The Top 25 Life-Saving Survival Skills Part 2. 8. Check your ego. Jim Cobb, owner of Disaster Prep Consultants and author of several survival books, stresses the importance of having a survival mindset every time you're outdoors. His philosophy is arrogance will get you killed, and he's right. He emphasizes that nobody should overestimate their skills, or underestimate the impacts that weather and the environment can have on a situation. There is a big difference between confidence and cockiness. The former leads to good decision-making, and the latter leads to trouble. 9. Mark waypoints. Cobb also emphasizes how important it is to have good navigation skills in both urban and rural environments. That means always knowing where you are and where you are going. If you are tracking your route on a paper map or an electronic device, take time to mark waypoints regularly. It will help you remain aware of your surroundings, and you'll be able to accurately gauge the time and distance to your destination, or your return trip home. 10. Know your trees. Primitive technologist, Doug Meyer, knows how important it is to identify various trees and plants when collecting or building a tinder bundle to get a fire going. Birch tree bark and fungus, cedar tree bark, pine tree fatwood and resin, and old man's beard lichen are all great choices that you can easily identify and find in the dead of winter. Doug loves to find beech trees as they are one of the few trees that hold their leaves throughout the winter, which keeps the leaves dry compared to leaves found on the ground. Pick several from the tree to form a bundle, and you'll have something that will light up as soon as it catches a spark from a ferrocerium rod, flint, and steel or your favorite lighter. 11. Nap a knife. Meyer recommends always going into a wilderness setting with reliable and proper gear suited for the tasks you plan to tackle. But, should you happen to lose one of the most important survival tools, your knife, you can improvise a cutting tool by visiting a nearby stream. Along the banks, look for a rock you'll be able to split, preferably chart. I usually use pieces about the size of a softball. Place it on a hard surface and hit straight down with a larger rock to split the rock into sections. Continue removing smaller flakes off the rock by striking in the same direction of the original split, near the edges of the newly formed sections. This skill takes practice, so it's best to get outside and try it a few times before you need it in a real-world situation. Many of the edges from rocks like a St. Louis green, photographed above, are sharper than metal blades. 12. Buy a personal locator beacon. Todd Walker, also known as the Survival Sherpa, knows that there are survival situations where time is a factor in determining whether someone lives or dies. It is important to get medical help to someone who cannot make it out under their own power. It's one of the main reasons he suggests using a personal locator beacon, PLB, in the backcountry. In Reach by Garmin, Spot and the ACR Resklink Plus PLB are all widely used devices with various capabilities. Some devices only send distress messages, while others can send texts between two parties, though there are usually additional charges for those functions. If notified, a search and rescue team can pinpoint your exact location quickly and efficiently if you are lost or injured. While some people aren't keen on taking technology with them in the outdoors, utilizing a PLB could be the difference between life and death. 13. Light a road flare. Walker, like many of the survival experts I interviewed, carries multiple tools to create fire. Specifically, he carries a lighter in his pocket, a ferrocerium rod on his keychain, and a Fresnel lens in his wallet. Beyond that, he suggests carrying a road flare in your vehicle in case you desperately need a fire. The flame of a road flare burns at approximately 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and most flares can continue to burn for over 15 minutes. Even under unfavorable conditions like rain or snow, a road flare can get a fire rolling in a short period of time. 14. Wrap up in a blanket. Every time you go outside, your most important source of heat is your own body. If you utilize your body heat smartly, you'll avoid predicaments like hypothermia. That's why keeping a small, packable, reflective blanket in your supplies is a great idea. Wrap it around your body so when heat naturally radiates off, it is temporarily captured and reflected back toward you. You can also use it for extra warmth on top of your sleeping bag. Just don't place it directly on the ground and lay upon it. By doing so, you'll conduct your body heat directly into the earth through the blanket. Lastly, an emergency blanket is bright and shiny and makes a great signaling device. 15. Insulate yourself. Author and founder of Estella Wilderness Education, Kevin Estella, is one of the most recognized bushcraft and survival instructors in the country. One valuable tip he shares with his students is the importance of insulating yourself from the ground. The ground acts as a heat conductor and can rob your body of heat when you're sitting or lying down. Estella says you should put down a natural material barrier like dry leaves, pine needles, or tree boughs, along with man-made gear whenever possible. Anything you can do to keep your body from contacting the ground is going to help you maintain your core body temperature. 16. Treat bug bites with toothpaste. Brushing your teeth each day, especially on long hunting or backpacking trips, is not only healthy, it tells your mind and body it's starting a new day. But did you know toothpaste also has survival uses other than giving you a clean mouth? Peppermint is a natural coolant, and it helps relieve itching on bug bites. It also has cleansing properties and can be used as a hand cleaner and sanitizer. If you find yourself out for a few days longer than you expected, make a spreadable paste with some water and use it to wash off. 17. Repurpose your water bottle. If you drink water from a recycled plastic container on your way to an outdoor adventure, don't leave the empty bottle in your vehicle. Instead, put it in the bottom of your pack in case you need to use it later. Estella says you can cut a hole in the bottle top with the tip of your knife, then remove the cap, and fill the bottle with clean, sterile water, and put the cap back on. Create pressure by squeezing the sides of the bottle to force the water to come out of the bottle top. Spray the stream of water into a wound site to clean it of dirt and debris, or just keep it in your camp for simple tasks like washing your hands. Let me know, what do you think? Looking forward to your comments.